Welcome back to the old boar plays City Skylines 2. These are tips, advice for people who have slower computers. And so my first big tip is play with a smaller population. And that's what we're going to do. This is Aspendale. It's got a population of 146 right now. And we're probably going to build this out to, I think I said in the beginning about 10,000. We might build this out to about 5,000. And then these other little connected towns out in here, over here, and over here. Maybe about 2,000. I think we're going to go for about 30,000 max. I would not go over 30,000 in population. Let's just say if you don't have the best computer, CPU, and graphics card. And I have a first generation i9 128 megs of RAM and an NVIDIA 3060 graphics card. I could probably play with 50,000 in population. But why? If I'm going to get 30 and 30 is going to look good, why push it? If I want to build more, let's just say rail infrastructure, cargo, farming, industry, don't push it. And if you're not going to push it, it doesn't really matter whether you have 20,000 or 30,000 or 50,000 in population. And if you don't have those specs that I have, I would say 20,000. I'm making some fairly educated guesses. And if you want to hear a little bit more detail about that, see the first video in this series. Just kind of looking around here to see what I'm going to do next. And this is the next thing I'm going to do, which is this. And this goes, it goes right here. And we want to give it the upgrades. Let's see, let's do it here. And we could fix this just a bit. It's a little bit better. I like to relax and get down on the ground and look at my Sims. Every once in a while, I like to enjoy that part of the game. Achilles. I'm kind of liking how this neighborhood turned out. And I like the space. I might leave it. And we're going to put a grid over here just because grids are fun to put in this series, this game. And they're easy. Let's see, I've got grid still on. Then we're going to put in postal service. Really like those assets. And on this 4-lane, we don't need any more commercial because we don't have enough people. In this little neighborhood here, we can if you don't put these in like we've been doing it, you can't just pause the game and zone this in and then take out your stuff, or you could zone the whole area and then zone as part in the center. It's going to automatically start to get those going. And this is a little tedious, but it's just going to look better. And it's going to save us on performance in the long run. You could do it like this. Put in a little bitty mini house. It's going to look a little bit more realistic that everything is not uniformly zoned. Takes a little bit more time. I like the look of it myself. I like open spaces more. When the Plazas and Promenades DLC came out, I built a city and I just learned to love those open spaces. I don't like to fill it all in. And we'll put a park in here. Maybe this one fits. Not quite. See which one works out a little bit better. You can dot these trees in to these little spaces. And we're going to put just a little bit of commercial right in here. Just a few little places. And that's it. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to leave this open right here. Maybe I'll put a few more in. Hopefully we can take care of these workers. So this is off the highway. This is your main collector road coming through, and this is coming out towards the rail. Which really needs to be this flat area here. This is really not flat. This is still a hill. And this is a curved rail. And so your rail only has 1, 2, 3 main buildings. And if I'm understanding it correctly, you need this to spawn your engines. And this is kind of a complex issue that's probably going to take, see how it's not level. It's probably going to take more than 15 minutes, and I want to keep these sessions down. So I think we're going to put the post office in this session and start the rail yard in another session. Let's see, where is it flat? There's just no flat ground here. This is nice though. I like it. It'll make it flat when you put it in, but then you're going to have to make the rails come in fairly smoothly. This is our massive fire station. And I don't think we've put in an electrical plant. No, we have electricity coming in from the outside. We want the solar panels This is a big solar farm. Let me put it out right over in here. Really like the fact that you can do this. Want to think about where this is going to go before I put it in. This is going to power our entire map. Right out here on the edge of the highway. And you have to bring down electricity to it. And the road will connect here. You probably want to connect your road across here because fire service needs to get out to this, and police, trash, whoops. Just like that. These have upgrades as well. Advanced tracking system, battery backups. For sure if those have to go along the side of the road. They don't. This would be if you want to build power out. We're connecting it to the main grid here, so this comes across to our city. Comes down to this, so we're fine. And ye old post office. Postal service. This is a postal sorting facility. It's going to sort for the entire area. And this is the 4-lane road. Just nice to have space. And it's nice to have the money to do all of this. I mean, if you really wanted to know what your budget was, we're under. By 750,000 because we've put all this infrastructure in without the population, but I'm not worried about the money because some rich person that lives up here on the hill has funded the entire operation for Aspendale. Aspendale, New Dakota. So, this gets put off-road here. You should put this one in first so that your game mechanics are working a little bit more correctly. And then give it its upgrades. I like to do them like this. And we wanted this road next to it. Like this. And now we want the postal sorting facility right here. And it has upgrades as well. And how far up on the hill is this from this? I like it. It's a big hill. And now mailboxes have to go in. Aspendale mailbox. loving it. I'm really liking the aspect that the day-night cycle is not changing. And I think I've been playing for an hour and a half and the trees aren't changing. I think I kind of like that. And in City Skylines 1, there was a mod to make your trees change with the seasons. You had to use specific trees off the workshop. I think it was called climate control, something like that. This is a nice little hill right here. I don't know what we're going to put here. These are mail trucks, bringing in mail from the outside. I don't know where they spawn, but they really got here quickly. He's a good truck driver, this one here. So we have solar panel, mail, a new grid. Not quite seeing these. One employee. So we need some more population. We're going to balance this out. We're not going to get above our population limit. I'm even thinking now to lower my population even more from my original plan of 30,000. Because this looks, I don't know, it looks like a town of about 250 people. Not really. I guess it is. They are wretched. Spruce Street, Meadow Street. I have to double click on those. So thanks for watching The Old Boar play City Skylines 2 for slower computers. Take care now.